Hello everyone, my name is ShimonShozen, welcome back to my channel, and we're back with Cave Story here, as I'm doing the Polar Star pathing towards true ending. Last time I took the machine gun, and like I said, I would make my way towards, or I would make my way towards the point that would be, It's a little bit loud, isn't it? Give me a second here. Game options. Nope, I think it's just loud on my end. As I was saying, what I had thought was true ending pathing isn't actually true ending pathing. Hopefully I had made an edit into the stream that I had done for Cave Story about what true ending path actually is. And basically what it is like choosing the or basically getting the jetpack. That is what I forgot. I had just like completely originally thought it was the pathing of whether or not you take the Polar Star or not. I was very, very wrong in that. I don't remember if I did the voices here or not, but chat with the voices. I don't believe I did, and you guys already have seen this happen before in my last bit of gaming, or when I had played Cave Story. Ooh. But yeah, I think it would be good to kind of like show how different the Polar Star pathing is, and then make my way towards what is true ending. I did actually try to Google and make sure what true ending pathing is, because I know it's a little bit it's not super difficult, it's just it's not super difficult, it's just different. So yeah, I had originally was thinking about going into what I planned for the next game after Cave Story, but just because I'm like, it's about 16 hours on how long to beat. No, I don't actually. Let's see, I believe. One thing I do want to do is make sure to talk to people, because that's one thing I very much forgot about to do. And also, I guess since I'm here, I could show sort of like a hidden item you could grab. There's no relevance to it, but I'll grab it. That's the one thing about this that's kind of like... Yeah, I don't know why that's an item. It's a thing that you could grab. It's... No, I don't. But it is an item you could grab. I don't know why they programmed that there. Also, now I do remember where I'm going. I just have to go downwards here. Oh wait, I have to still fight the... Oop. boss here. Not a boss, but I do have to fight someone here. Yes. But yeah, Polar Star pathing is just like a little different. It's a little bit more precision jumps on things. As well as like when you get the booster pack. Like I said, I wanted to just like make sure I didn't screw up the true ending pathing, so I did make sure to look up the full steps on it, and it's not too bad from the looks of things. It's just I gotta make sure I do things correctly. Oh, dang it. Jeez. One thing that is sucky about Polar Star is how little damage it does in comparison to the, not little damage. It's a great weapon, but once you kind of don't have it leveled up, it's a bit of a struggle bus weapon. Not struggle bus, but it's not the best weapon in the game. It's usable. Oh, goodness. Okay. Can I make that precision jump? No. I'm trying to hopefully get that save point so I don't have to like go all the way back here. Ah. Oh. I don't think I can. Okay, well, this is one of those things where it's like, this is why this is technically a little bit more difficult, because you have a little bit more jumps that you have to work around. HP. Ooh, scary. But yeah, I'm quite happy to get back to this game and attempt the true ending run. I don't know how much and how long that will take me. I want to say I have my limits, but I'm also notoriously a little bit more stubborn than I'd like to admit, and I'd like to actually show trending from being able to actually say that I've done true ending for Cave Story. But oh boy, is it brutal, and oh boy, am I question my own sanity on it. Because, yeah, I mean, it's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. Wow. I think this is gonna just way better for this boss. Just rapidly shoot him. Nothing to it. This is one of those bosses where it's like, not a difficult boss, but, you know. None of the bosses are too difficult. Except for, like, for some reason I did struggle with, what boss was it? I struggled with Monster X last time, which I was kind of surprised by, because Monster X has not ever really typically been a boss I've had a hard time with, but I mean, that's how it goes. Sometimes you struggle with some bosses, then you don't struggle with others. Otherwise, I don't necessarily know how long it's going to be till I make my way towards true ending. I imagine it's gonna be 1 or 2 videos before I make my way towards true ending, and then like I imagine it's gonna take a whole stream or 2 to even do true ending, and just cause yeah, that's how it's gonna go. It's most unfortunate. Now we also remember to go this way to her house. Yeah. It's just like, man, everything I'm thinking about of it is like, oh no, oh no, question your own sanity, oh no. So, I mean, it's just, what are you thinking to yourself here? It's such a brutal true ending. Yeah, unfortunately, yes, I am skipping over dialogue here because I have seen dialogue before, and dialogue doesn't change a whole lot up until somewhat later. It's, like I said, the gameplay is all that different. It's just well, it's a little bit different when you do Polar Star pathing because the machine gun does truly make certain bits a lot easier. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things. Ooh, crap. Like, what the heck? Gotta mash that B button to kill these things. Also, once you get hit once, you're pretty much screwed, and you have to, like, re-level your Polar Star, which is a bit annoying about the Polar Star. Oops. Yeah, my missiles are good. I'll probably use the Bubbling. The Bubbling isn't that bad of a weapon. I kind of like it. It's a little bit, it's not a silly weapon. It's an interesting weapon. I don't know if actually, thinking about it and, like, talking on it, whether or not, like, technically it's easier with the, machine gun for the true ending. Most of, like, I was curious, just because I'm always curious to see speedruns of this game, or, like, any game. Speedrun uses the upgraded Polar Star, which is like, yeah, I mean, it makes me wonder if there's a specific reason for that or not. I mean, I think it's probably because it does the best damage in the game, and they found that it's better than the crap. They probably found that it's like, you know, more consistently better, but then, like, wouldn't it be, wouldn't the Polar Star be, or the whatchamacallit, the machine gun be faster for pathing, because, like, you have to do, it skips, like, a lot of, like, the precision mounts. I don't really know, honestly speaking. It's one of those things where it's like, I am very fascinated by speedrunning and all that is to do with speedrunning. However, I would not. Alright, this room. This room is not fun with the polar star. Up here, yes. And then up here, nope. Up here. Yes, I do want to bring him along. This is one of those things where I did forget you could do is like check the mapping and like where you're kind of at in the last game, where that would have been so much easier if I hadn't done that. It's like one of those retrospective things where you're like, I could have had my life been so much easier had it not been real dumb. It is what it is. I hope you all don't mind me, like, just, like, starting off from where, like, basically, where you had picked the polar star instead of the machine gun. I think it's pretty reasonable. Had I remembered that it was where you pick up the booster, I'd probably done it from there, but even then, I think it will be nice to at least show the polar star pathing on how it's just a little bit different. Tumor pups. Thank you. Save. Oh man, I need some. I'm starting to need some HP here. Oh boy. There we go. Right, actually, speaking about needing some HP, gosh, I don't know why I'm getting very different buttons for this game when this button's like well, it's like an 8-button game at max on a controller. But my brain's like, press these good buttons for whatever reason. Ooh, damn parrot. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of like wild to think about this game. Like, I mean, outside of obviously Earthbound, I've read that like this game is a pretty big spot or reason why Toby Fox made games, and he was very inspired by this game as well. So it's kind of incredible to think about how important this game is in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it was very important in, like, the whole grand scheme of things for the indie game revolution, like I talked about. You can't not mention this game when it comes to like the indie game revolution, that early indie game revolution when that was happening and happened in the early 2000s. I mean, to not give this game credit would be a bit asinine there. Can't remember how we get to that dog. Sure, I shall remember. Probably getting like the last dog first, and then that dog later. It's kind of not too bad, but remember? So this area sucks with the polar star. It's a little bit of a... This is one of those areas that if you have the, whatchamacallit, the machine gun, it's so much easier. Ooh, crap. I almost forgot about that. like I said, that leveled up machine gun. Better at these small precision jumps. They're not like the worst jumps in your life, but yeah, I do. It certainly makes your life a bit easier on some fronts. I think it is up above. Nope, that bone almost hit me. Gosh. What has been going on lately? And what have I been playing? I've been playing this game that came out recently called Megapunk. It's basically like a 3D vampire survivors game, and also kind of a little bit Risk of Rain-ish in that sense. I guess the thing that, like with Risk of Rain, that I kind of had, and I believe I had talked about this a little bit, issues with, is finding the exits, and I got very lost finding the exits, and for whatever reason, I struggled in that game finding exits. And that game had been far less enjoyable because of that. But can you blame the guy? I don't know, it was kind of weird for myself on that front. Okay, like, excuse me, there you go. Last little dog, and a HP upgrade. Nice, nice. Also, I did actually remember where I forgot the last HP upgrade. You have to talk to the dog before you take the rocket to the end part of the end game. It's a bit silly, but I mean, hey, what you gonna do? Oh boy. This is... Give her dog the key for the warehouse. Yes, yes. Oh god, life pot. Like I said, so important that I try not to use this until the end game, because oh boy, am I going to need it. I'm already, like, that's my true thoughts on that. Like, it is I wouldn't say mandatory, but if you're not like that great at it, it's just like, yeah, it's gonna be a rough fight, and you're gonna need it, or else you're gonna have a bad time. I'd like to think of it like that. Ooh. I mean... Oh wait, I don't think you can. No, you can't. Yep, that's... See, it's like those little things that change ever so much because you don't have the machine gun. You can't, easily get up to a certain point because you don't have that. And then, I'm not terrible at platforming, but I'm pretty bad at platforming sometimes, as you've seen, with this game. And, I don't know what other games I have played with platforming that where I'm like, oh, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is another case scenario where I was like, oh my god, the platforming isn't bad, but man, sometimes I was just really, really bad with my platforming. It's kind of super sad with how terrible I was with my platforming. It could be also one of those things where it's like you're talking and gaming and whatnot, and you know, it's easy as it might sound, you're kind of like, shoot. It's like, it just takes a little bit of more, skill and whatnot, and it's like, you're multitasking a little bit more than you would typically multitask. And yeah, I know, like, have people who play, like, shooter FPSs and whatnot, and have no real issues with it, but it's not one of those things where, for whatever reason, when you're, like, recording and doing the streaming bit, it's like, your skills knocked down by 10%. Okay, which fight is this? Is this the Sioux fight? It is! No, it's not the Sioux fight. Yes, it is Sioux. Right. This is so mean, forcing the thing to eat, or child to eat, the, red flowers. Oh boy. I mean, the one good thing is, like, regardless of run, the missiles are so good. Like, even the super missiles are very good, so... you know. Ooh, oh, it's Toriko. Oh, boy. Jeez. I got rocked. Ooh. Kinda shows how... I wish you could skip the talking bits. Kinda shows you how the machine gun is a little bit, it's pretty good at taking down enemies' HP rather quickly. Okay, let's try this again. And, like, actually, use a decent weapon for this boss fight, other than my Polar Star. The Polar Star isn't bad for this fight, but, like, the Snake is so much better in my opinion. Ooh, shoot. Wow, I'm dying here. Because I'm taking bad hits. Ugh. Okay. Let's actually go into with missiles first. Then let's swap to the snake shot. Ooh. Like, even just with a little slight change, the bosses are a little bit more difficult because of your weaponry. Like, obviously, the machine gun just rapidly goes through the HP of the boss. If you were fighting her with, Nope. Yep. Crap. shoot. Didn't want to get hit there. One thing that's not too bad on this boss fight is it's very predictable. As you can see there. Kind of weapon changing too much at the moment. Okay, this is starting to get real annoying. Nope, nope, nope. I was like, holy crap. Whew. There we go. Defeated Rabbit Toriko. Or Toriko. What you gotta say for yourself, King? Oh, I thought King doesn't, die. So he does die regardless. Oh goodness. I'm gonna hate this next section, which is getting to the top of the labyrinth for the HP upgrade. Ugh. It's kind of where your having machine guns is so much nicer here. Oh, balls. Yep, I expect I'm gonna die a couple of times on this. Cause this is not the worst platforming in the game, but it's pretty painful. This is nice for the bubbling. Also, the sword's good for this whole platforming section as well. Ugh. Come on. You can see I'm being so careful not to, like, freaking die, and I don't wanna save necessarily. Oh, nice. That was a good jump. I think, like, honestly speaking though, like, if I had, gone out in the normal bit, I could just, like, come back in here with, like, decent HP and, not have to necessarily worry. But, now I'm all the way up here, so, you know, ooh, gosh, platforming, oh, actually, you do have to go all the way up here. Dang, I didn't remember that. Oh, nice. Okay. I actually made it through that better than I anticipated. I thought I was going to, at least die once on that. I'm very, happily surprised here. Let's use that. I am going to try to farm that for XP and HP a little bit. It's a little bit of a cheesemo, but I just want this to be a little less painful than it needs to be. He says as he immediately gets hit in the face. You know what? Actually, let's brave it out. I don't remember this being way, way too difficult. Yes. Nice, more HP. Nope. Dang it. Dang it. Did I farm you? I think you're pretty inconsistent on how much HP you drop, and if you drop HP, that's the issue. I'm like, I could farm it, but I'm not just gonna do that just for the sake of things, because I'd like to progress at least a little bit further. Oh goodness. Oof. Alright. Definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again, and especially different results, so let's not do the same blasted thing over and over again, expecting a different result, huh? Cool. Nice. I believe this is a save point. Yes. Nice. Yes, I would love to save here. If you give him the Polar Star and the Fireball, he gives you a different item. I'll show it here, but I'm gonna like exit out after I show it. It's not a great weapon. I don't love the snake. But yeah, I'll show it here real quickly. I'm not gonna save intentionally. Hopefully, I get some XP for this to show off this weapon real quick here. It's one of those divergent weapons you could grab. God, I don't even remember. Oh, it can go through walls. That's interesting, I suppose. See if I can get enough XP here without dying. That is potentially a negative. Okay. Yeah, that is potentially a negative. Jeez. Yes, it's different, like, don't save, I gotta repeat myself to not to save there, because I just don't wanna, yeah, there it is, there's the lock, max level 1, and interestingly, it goes through walls. I didn't realize that. That's really cool. Okay, now that I've showed that off, I'm gonna intentionally take a death here. Here we go. Hurt me! Cool. Yes. Because I do want the actual, end game weapon. It'd be kind of easier to level up my sword here. I am also going to do what I said I was going to do before, which is grind a little bit of HP here, so I don't necessarily have to struggle bus a whole lot here. Ooh, here we go. Nice. I do enjoy this game's music, because, I don't know, there's something, like, really charming about the music in this game. I don't know what it is, it's just super Like, it's not, like, the most crazy music, like, you don't expect something weird, but it's catchy enough where you're like, ooh, I like this music. Okay, everything's leveled up my fireball. Let me, yep, save. Right. Gotta get the, so a big part of also, True Ending is, saving Curly and, giving her medicine that she needs. So, I need to go do that. So let's get her some drugs. Oh man. Can I say that? I don't actually genuinely am like, maybe shouldn't phrase it like that. Mainly for YouTube, because I don't know how strict YouTube is on something like even in a joking manner saying, let's get some drugs. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Like, it's just because, like, you hear so much nightmare things about it. Was it a surprise fight? Yes. I did remember that, right? Okay. It's actually not too bad from what I remember. Ooh, shoot. Just smack me down. Wow, I didn't take damage from that, huh? Feel like I should have. Okay. Ooh, 1 HP in a dream. What? Excuse me? What? You what, mate? I'm genuinely, like, I didn't realize, like, he kind of, like, exploded on death there? I guess I should have been more careful, but, like, what? Okay, let me actually just use King's Sword here for this. This King's Sword actually makes better work of these dudes. Okay, here we go. Nope, not good. Jump. There's that jump. Ooh. Okay, there we go, missiles. Just gonna... Yeah, I'm like super flabbergasted that like, when how I died there, honestly. King's Sword. There we go. Now don't walk into him immediately, because apparently he still does damage on his death. Okay, that's not leveled up. That's not too bad. I'm just gonna do a bit of that. Here's your drugs, or here's your cure-all. Yes, I did. Oh, no trouble at all. have to get her help too. So that's actually kind of good to know. Ooh. What level is my missile? It is good enough. So I am going to use King Sword here and just make my way towards these guys. It's not too big of trouble. Oh, gosh, I hate that jump. It's so weird. Like, I hate... God, speaking about jumps, I'm like now think about a game I used to play when I was younger. Technically an MMO, Maple Story and their Jump Quest. If you've never seen those, it's like just like the long precision jump quest for essentially not even a whole lot of XP. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just like made me remember that all of a sudden, and it's like, man, those things were crazy asking you to do those jumps. So you do have to come back here later with the jetpack. Ooh. Yeah. This isn't gonna be pretty. Ooh. Goodness. See, sometimes I'm like, I don't know whether I like the sword more or less when it's fully upgraded. I feel like it's better when it's not fully upgraded in some sense of how it is. Gosh. Oh, jeez. Jeez. This boss is gonna be a bit of a pain without the machine gun. Yeah, this is a better if you have the fully upgraded weapon or sword. Oh, it's fine though. I mean, I'll manage. Trust me, I will. But yeah, Monster X is a pretty difficult fight. As you can see, much more of a lengthy battle when you don't have your upgrade or machine gun. Doing pretty good on it, not gonna lie. It doesn't like seem as impressive for whatever reason though. Oh shit. I'm just trying to use my bubbling here for those blasted missiles. Which I think is also actually a really good strategy here. It's just the controls are... Wow! I mean, short work of the Monster X this time around. That's cool. It's very cool and very good. Yeah, wow. It's like felt not as aggressive. Okay, so this is the point where you want to... So you want to save there for sure, and not go down for booster as much as it seems like. So this red little tape is kind of like where you want to jump, and that's like, this is a super precise precision jump, and this is the point where you get true ending or not. It's technically easier with the machine gun, but because the machine gun's like I'm going to also, just in case, double check Curly's gone, because I know I healed her and everything, but I'm like, just being precautious sake. Yeah, you just want to make sure that you save for that jump. It's a super precise one at that, and you might have to like save and quit for it. Actually, I might not even be able to go back to check for Curly. Oh yeah, huh? Well, I'll see her over there. Okay, so let's do this. Actually, it might be even advantageous for me to farm a little bit back here for re-level up my weapons and whatnot, because I don't remember when's the next time you're gonna... Jeez. I don't remember when's the next time you're gonna be able to really grind out your weapons, especially with what comes after this bit. So... Oh, hey, Ethereal. How's it going? Sorry I didn't see you earlier, if you said hi earlier. Okay, level up that. Like I said, I just... Okay, you just joined. Cool. I want to just quickly level up. So this is like a action platforming shooting game, and your whole thing is like you're a robot who's like from the surface, and you try to, you're like you kind of like have amnesia, and there's like a weird thing where it's like a crazy evil doctor is like making like cute furry like animals into mean monsters. It's a weird description, but yeah, that's the story about this game. And it's really cool. I think I was like mentioning to you how this game is like really like crazy cool, and how important it is for the indie game scene in general. Like, it's one of the, not first, but like it's one of like the 4 indie games that came out in that early 2000s era. Yeah, this is the one I was talking about. It's so cool. Like, it's this, Maraid, and Super Meat Boy, and Fez that are like so, like, those 4 are like the ones I think of immediately when I think of like the early indie game boom period. Right now I'm just kind of grinding these guys to level my weapons, because the weapons level up, and it's kind of important to have them level fully, not fully leveled up, but it's just like easier to have them leveled up. Although when you get hit, your weapons de-level, and I'm getting hit a lot right now for whatever reason. Because I'm a little bit distracted. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll do that real quick so I actually not have to like completely regrind there. But yeah, this is a very cool game. I think it's very like fascinating to like play it as well. I'm trying to work my way towards what true ending is, and true ending is very difficult. I'm very, very scared for myself already, because oh man, it's very hard. I don't know if you know the term bullet hell, but essentially like this game goes from like relatively easy to full bullet hell for true ending, kind of. Like not full bullet hell, but like pretty moderate bullet hell. So that's pretty, it's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty tough. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now my weapons are good, relatively good. I'm going to do what you have to do for true ending, so you have to make this jump over here. It's pretty precise, and if I don't make it, I'm just gonna have to save and quit. Yep, okay, I'm gonna have to save and quit. That jump is, like I said, stupid precise. Oops. I load up my first save. This is one of those unfortunate things about this, is... There we go. Cool. I made it. Nice. I did make it. Yes. Oh boy. Let's do it. Oh. Now, I typically read dialogue because I have technically played a lot of the parts of this game, I'm not reading dialogue. As I've mentioned before, but yeah. But yeah, true ending is very scary. It takes a little bit to get to the true ending. You have to do some things. What I'm doing is getting the best, what is considered the best weapon in the game, and sweet, and like, oh gosh, you hugged me. Oh god, also you have to like be that precise, huh? Or else you're not gonna. Ooh. Come on, Balrog. Thank you. You're dead. It's just scary. Don't worry. I beat him, now he's gonna throw the rock away from me. Thank you. Yeah, that'll be our little secret. This is such a good weapon. This is like the best weapon in the game. The super missiles. Let me see. Okay, actually, you do get a point to level up on your weapons again. Cool. I was very misremembering things, as I tend to do. Okay, there we go. I kind of want to try to level up this weapon. Man, there's such... It's crazy this game was made by one dude. I mean, it's not that crazy, but it still always amazes me when just like one guy made the game. I also really do enjoy the music in this game. It's very charming for whatever reason. Oh, shoot. Ah. Oh boy, I have 1 HP here. Oof. Okay, at least I had like a save point from defeating Balrog there. So that's not too bad. If I didn't, I would be a little bit more upset. Perish. Okay, then that's not bad. What else? But yeah. What else is there to talk about? It's not a whole lot, like I said. I mean, like, haven't really, like, actually what's nice is, I'm on vacation, so I'll be able to, I'm not gonna, like, stream a lot on my vacation, but, I'll hopefully be able to stream, the Hades 2 earlier than I typically do, and then for just a little bit longer than I normally do. Do try to keep somewhat of a balance on things. Oh! Okay, I really took that damage, huh? I have to be so careful right now, because I don't have a lot of HP. Ooh. Okay, let's go down. I think there's a section. Okay, there's a little bit of HP there. That's not bad. I believe there's a save point soon enough. He says, hopefully. I didn't play this game out ago, but jeez. Ooh. I was gonna say I could farm that for HP. Can't really. Because I'm a robot, you sink in water. And it makes it a little bit harder to farm that HP there. Okay. That's not that bad. Okay, let me jump here. Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that I beat the last boss that I did with relative ease. Wasn't that aggressive for what it felt like. Wasn't as aggressive that he was last time. So that was kind of nice. Like, last time I had, like, oh gosh. Air. Oh no. I drowned. Dang it. That's the thing that killed me? Me drowning? Grumble noises. Fucking hell. I was being so careful up to that point, too. Oh well. It's not that bad, but I'm a little annoyed at myself, to say the least. HP. Just missile those dudes. Ow. Somewhat attention here. Like jumps and whatnot. Okay, there we go. I can't believe I drowned. Like, it's such a rookie mistake. I wasn't paying attention as much as I should have, but like, come on, really drowning? Oh. Ah. Okay, let's just get going so we don't drown again. There we go. Okay, jump here, jump here. These little precision jumps is what's gonna get me, because you don't have anything to help with that. Okay, here we go. I wish you would take care of that, Curly. Oh no. Jeez. I think you have enough time. Yeah, you do. I think I was just so focused on killing the enemies that I ran out of air so quickly there. Oh. Jeez. Platform and precision jumps. I love them. This is one of those things where you'll see that I'm bad at ethereal. I'm bad at precision jumps. Oh gosh, I'm bad at platforming sometimes. Oh, good. Okay, let's activate that. Yes. And this goes back to where? Labyrinth shop. Cool. This allows me to save and as well as do a little bit of enemy grinding out here. For some XP. And now also some HP as well. So I'll do that real quickly. I'd like to get my super missile all good to go. Because the super missile is so important. It's like gonna be vital for me to actually level up the super missile real quick here for the boss that's coming up. Save, yeah. Then go back out here. Usually I don't like to grind, but this is one of those occasions where I'm like, do grind a little bit. Okay, cool. The weapons I want are all leveled up, so now I can make my way back to the area that I was at. Jerks. Call them jerks even though, like... Oh wait, shh. Right. Oh man, that means I have to go all the way back. Ah! Oh no. That's something I didn't remember. You have to literally go all the way back when you do that. So, shoot. And I already had saved a ton of times, so that means I'm having to do all this again. That's so lovely. Thanks, Cell. Ooh. I did not remember that. Such a weird thing not to remember. It's not that big of a deal. It's not incredibly long to get back to where it was. It's just more annoying. Well, that means I'll also have to do the precision jump again. So I gotta make sure to save for that. Okay. Let's save here, and let's hope I make this the first time. Almost. You have to make that jump, unfortunately, for true ending. Like, you don't want to miss it. There we go. Second time's charm, baby. Also, I'm gonna quickly mute my mic. And my window is toasty in my room. Okay, that's better. I don't know why it's so toasty right now. I mean, it's end of, well, it's, I guess technically it's almost fall now, since it's, end of September, but, like, yeah, it's still toasty right now. Ooh, HP. I want HP. Okay. I guess what is there to talk about? Oh yeah, like I was mentioning, yeah, I've been playing that 3D Vampire Survivors inspired game, Mega Bonk. I don't know, some things about it's just like, it's nice to have a game where it's like not too serious and you can kind of turn your brain off and just things get hurt. It's a weird game. Like, I like Vampire Survivors because it's also like you can turn your brain off and not really have to think about it and just like kill a lot of enemies super quickly. It's kind of interesting in that fact where it's like, I really kind of have to wonder how, I know like the whole part of like why Vampire Survivors works is like, it's kind of like inspired by that whole, or one of the game creators was like, designed, whatchamacallit, gambling, slot machines, and like, part of why it was so addictive is like, they knew how to kind of like build it off of that, like that kind of like addiction, not addiction, but satisfaction. Okay, cool, I made that jump. Okay, so don't go back there then. And I don't want to jump into that, so I need some HP. But yeah, Mega Bonk's a weird game, and it's a little fun. I mean, like I said, sometimes I like a non-serious game. Yeah, we are still in the labyrinth. Yep, we are. So now we're also... Wow, it is... What time is it already? Jeez. So now is another part where it's pretty important for me to note on, getting true ending. Especially this part. I do want to actually come in here with full HP, so I'm gonna do a quick little bit of killing of these creatures for HP and whatnot. Because this next fight is a little difficult. Okay. Here we go. Full HP. Save. I think I saved. Yes, okay, I saved. So, here we go. Talk to Curly. It is, yes, it's currently now shoot it with missile. Yes, that's it. Okay, I need to save here, because like I said, so important. Well, I need to open this and then save. So, actually, let me save here to make sure I don't drown. Or if I drown, I'm not, like, having to reopen those gates again. Forethought. Okay, give me some air. And there we go. Yes, I'd like to open that blast door. Yep, cool. Like I said, this next part is actually very important what I do, so I want to make sure I save and do it as well. So, save, cool. I forgot how, like, little, not much, it's not a big process to it, but you know, there's a bit of process to get true ending. So make sure to go to this bottom right corner and pick up this item. It's a tow rope. You're gonna need it because essentially what you do is you're gonna save Curly after this fight. So for true ending, you're gonna need that tow rope. Let's do this thing. Okay. Rebooting. Okay, here we go. We're going to fight, this guy. He's a giant, I don't know what you call him, but, he's a giant egg thing. Ooh. It's not too difficult, as long as you just super missile him. Big thing to worry about is your air supply. Shit. Come back in the fighting zone, dude. I kinda need to hit you. Ah, he's blowing me away now. That sucks. Oh, jeez. I do not remember those, HP, how much HP freaking does with, his... Those big missiles that he just shot at me. Scary. Oh, man. Ah. Such an annoying fight, without having the, whatchamacallit, machine gun. I'm probably gonna die here, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. This is, yep, there it is. I wonder if it's actually better if I back off to the center here, and then, actually, I'm going... no, I'm not gonna keep... Well... Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I save after I grab this tow rope, because I don't want to be like, oh, I didn't grab the tow rope and I didn't save with it, and it's just like I keep dying on this fight, and you know, it'd be frustrating for my own self to have to get to this point, because you can't like, oh, you can't open this door after it, so okay, that's fair. So make sure to grab the tow rope. I mean, I suppose if I forgot it, I could just like die and then come back. It's not that big of a deal. Oh gosh. I am going to wait for him to kind of come towards me this time rather than go towards him. Because him being in that wall really was annoying. Like, really annoying. Ooh. Closer to me, buddy. This would be over quicker if you were just a bit closer to me. Oh, come on. Oh, thank you. Oh, I thought that was a full platform, not a half platform. Okay, there we go. Yep, that's what I wanted to do. Have them come super close. Curly, kill him, please. Ah. Okay, there we go. Yes, I did. So because you destroyed it, the floating island that you're on is essentially gonna fall apart. So that's okay. So now here's a bit of important part. I believe okay, I can't talk to her at the moment. So what essentially happens normally is Curly does a self do you know the woman named Jinka had a younger brother? His name was Balros. Like his older sister, he found he had magical powers unlike anyone could imagine. Oh, I see. It's kind of, I think that's telling me, about a little bit of lore and for the true ending. So because you have the tow rope, I could bring Curly with me and save her. So that's what's pretty important about the tow rope. You gotta take the tow rope to save Curly, and that's part of what goes into true ending. So we're gonna make our way towards bits and bobs that is for true ending. But yeah, normally Curly would basically self-sacrifice for you, as you've seen me do, as you kind of leave her behind because you don't have the tow rope. I think you can't even get the tow rope if you do don't skip the booster, so it's kind of like required the tow rope doesn't appear. I could be wrong about that. Also, geez, I got a hair in my mouth. Ooh. How'd that happen? Oh, also, yeah, now I have, something that I can breathe underwater now, because, Curly gave me, her, whatchamacallit, like her oxygen tank. So, also what's pretty important here, like, in, like, the top right or middle right corner, is you have to get to that area to essentially save Curly, so I've got to make sure I do that as well. It's a little bit like tedious steps to save Curly, but it's all for that true ending. Like, I don't mind getting true ending for this game. It's not too long to get to it. Like I said, it's one of those things where it really will depend on the game for me if I get a true ending or not. It's just one of those things where some games take way too long to get true ending, and then some other games don't take super long to get true ending. Okay, I got this room. So you want to get into this waterway cabin here. Gonna rest here. Put Curly down. I believe. That reminds me, I recorded some findings on that notebook. You check the notebook here in this little bookshelf, and you wouldn't even think about it to look in here, but you look in here. Robots manufactured on the surface have limited aquatic mobility. In case of flooding, the system will automatically initiate a shutdown to prevent from short-circuiting. Below are instructions to how to service flooded robots. So, essentially, you learn how to, flood systems will begin a reboot process automatically after using the automatic method of draining. So yeah, essentially you learn how to drain her, because she's a robot and whatnot, as you are as well. You're safe. I thought you were a goner. You lost consciousness and I couldn't think of anything to do about it. So I gave you my air tank. It worked, didn't it? And she's still, Ooh, I think you... No, I want to take her with me. I believe that is correct step. You want to take her with you to, go further into the, true ending. I really hope that was correct. If it's not, then I am going to be slightly annoyed to myself, but I could have quickly Googled it, but, I'm pretty sure I'm correct in this. Like 99% sure. And here comes a sort of silly fight. I like this fight. It's not a stressful fight compared to like the other fights you have before. You're just fighting a giant fish. Oh man. And like, you don't want to get crushed by these, hit by those, rocks. Okay, 2 HP. And here we are, back in Mimiga Village. And this is also now, I believe, I do, get back, or now I do, get the improved booster pack, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do. Oh, it's just you. The doctor has amassed the red flowers, and all the Mimiga of the island have now fallen under his grip. Tragedy is inevitable. Had known these events would transpire, then I should have at least had Sue escape from the island. Contained the booster version 2.0. Please honor my final request. If you see Sue one last time, please take her and escape from the island. She is Dr. Sakamoto's daughter. For the longest time, she resisted coming to this island, but she couldn't be left behind all alone. She had no choice but to follow us to the island. Please, take her and escape. Sure, I will do. So I'm going to equip the booster pack here. Yes, I want. I'd like to equip it. So the booster pack, unlike the normal one, so the normal one you could only fly up like this. However, with this booster pack, you could fly, directionally. And, that will be very important later on. Like, so important later on. I mean, yeah, it's very important. Actually, now I could, as well, I could get the best weapon in the game, now that I have this booster pack. So I'm gonna go do that. Ooh, I missed that jump, huh? Okay, I think you have enough. Oh yeah, have a good driving lesson. Hope you learned something. I don't know what to say. Hope it goes well though. But yeah, thanks for stopping in by, Ethereal. I appreciate it. But yeah, you go up here back to the first area. Sorry, it gets a little bit of it takes a little bit for me to get used to the booster pack 2.0. Let me save here. And we're going to go down as I hit these creatures. Oh wait, right. I forgot I had the booster pack here. We talked to the gunsmith here. Did you happen to see the gun I made? Someone pilfered it while I was asleep. I should have just slept with the thing in my chest pocket. Had I known that was going to be the case. Wait, that's my gun. Why do you have it? I didn't make it for you. Give it back. Polar Star was confiscated. Humph. You apparently put a significant amount of wear on it. I was raised to believe that weapons should always be constructed by oneself, and I always thought those who fight with a firearm created by another person are all fools, growing over confident with power that were never their own to begin with, then blaming their own shortcomings on the equipment they use. Fools. Still. But now seeing my gun used by you with your hands, I'm very incredibly touched to use an incomplete gun such as the Polar Star to this degree? Pardon my rantings. How about this? I'll give it to you. After it's complete, of course. The Polar Star is now a spur. So what makes it better? Well, you can charge it and do a laser shot. And now your base shot is the level 3. And yeah, you can just like do these laser shots. It's very, very good. It is. There's a reason why people love this weapon. It's like, yeah, it's so incredibly good. As you know, now, like, it can't level up, but it doesn't need to level up because it's a charge weapon now. Also, I love how the first dungeon becomes infested with creatures after you get the Polar Star upgrade. It's kind of weird that way. Or infested with enemies. Oh goodness. Yeah, this is the Polar Star. Or the Spur. Now. It's actually one of those, things I would love to create, like a cosplay version of. There's a lot of things like that I would love to do. I just wouldn't know where to start. Is really what comes down to it. Let's see. I believe I could actually go back to the labyrinth if I wanted to, yeah? Yeah. Egg corridor. Right, you go back to the egg corridor. I can go back to the labyrinth. Is there a reason to? Yes, actually there is. Essentially, it is to grab a health upgrade. Yeah, this is so good. This is why this weapon is the best weapon. It's like, you don't have to rely on upgrades or anything like that. Just shoot lasers. Although things are now technically a little bit more difficult because you got this weapon. Not difficult, but things slightly change because of it. Okay, let us... Yeah, I need to go up over here for health upgrade. Down here. No, it's Arms Barrier, which... What does Arms Barrier do again? Oh! It halves, this sustaining damage, or your weapons don't de-level as quickly. That's good. Very good, actually. Let's go over here to save real quick. Yep, thank you. Yes, I'd like to save, and then believe well, it'd be easier just to actually go back over there, but to the right. Do you give me something different? I don't remember. Looks like I'll give you this. The Whimsical Star. Oh. Full item from Chaba in the Labyrinth of Whimsical Star. No. Oh, it just like does a star effect if you want it. I don't think the stars do anything. No, it's just for decoration. Cool. Interesting. But yeah, these lasers are really good, because like, it just like does some damage, and like, if you really want to, it's like, oh, they actually do something. Huh. I thought they didn't do something. It's also nice to actually know that technically even the game implies, not even implies, it spells it out that if PvP spur is the ultimate weapon in the game. So, that's nice as well. I guess the only positive side of the grabbing XP from these dudes is that, like, when you have the spur, is that you charge faster, which I don't know how much of a difference that is, but you know, I'm sure it's some. Okay, gonna heal here, and I'm going to save. Actually, I don't need to save there. I'm going to save back in Arthur's house, and this is a good point for me to save. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good point to end the episode. I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.